Is Turkey actually safe to visit right now? With everything happening in the Middle East, many travelers are wondering if they should cancel or postpone their trips. Since I live here in Turkey, in this video I'm going to explain what's really going on, what travelers should know, and whether visiting Turkey right now is something you should actually be worried about. If you look at the map, the tension is mainly happening between Israel and Iran, which is a horizontal line to the south of Turkey. Turkey is located to the north of that entire corridor. Missiles, drones, jets are not flying over Istanbul, Antalya, or Cappadocia. Those flight paths are hundreds of miles away to the south. Turkey isn't the bridge for this conflict, it's the quiet neighbor to the north. That's why international flights to Istanbul are still coming in from Europe and the US without having to fly through any danger zones in the Middle East. Currently, the US has issued both Level 2 and Level 4 travel advisories for Turkey. A Level 4 advisory urges travelers to avoid certain areas. In this case, it applies only to cities in southeastern Turkey near the Iranian and Syrian borders, including provinces such as Gaziantep, Hatay, Urfa, Van, and Batman, among others. The Level 2 advisory applies to the rest of the country and recommends exercising increased caution. To provide some context, countries such as France, Spain, and Italy are also classified under Level 2 and remain among the most visited destinations in the world. For tourists, especially first-time visitors, the most popular destinations in Turkey include Istanbul, Cappadocia, Antalya, Izmir, and Muğla. All of these are located in the northern and western regions of the country, closer to Europe and far from the southeastern borders. As long as you stay within these areas, there is no reason for concern and you can travel safely. And because I also want to show you what's the current situation in Istanbul, that is why I'm currently here at one of the most touristy places of the city. This is Sultanahmet area where Hagia Sophia, the Hippodrome, and the Blue Mosque is. And to be honest, okay, today is March the 15th. So officially it's not even high season in the city, in the country generally. But to be honest, there are plenty of tourists around. As you can see just behind me, there are so many tour groups, and I will also walk you through Hagia Sophia. Also there where we were coming, there were plenty of tourists. So also we are shocked, and especially because it's not high season. But if you were wondering like how tourism is active at the moment because of the current situation in the neighboring countries, you don't really have to worry because there are plenty of tourists enjoying the places here in Turkey. Ay, merhaba anneciğim. Ay, she's so big. And I want to say something as someone who has been living here in the country for the past 10 years. Turkey, because of its location, it is true that in the surrounding countries, in the neighboring countries, in the whole region, for the past years there have been some conflicts, especially like in the past years with Syria. Currently it is going to be like the fourth year between Russia and Ukraine, but Turkey still remains as one of the most visited countries in the world, among the top 5. Just for example, last year in 2025, we had approximately 65 million tourists visiting the country. So also for this year, we feel that we will break the records of 2025. So as you can see, I mean, it's early March. As I mentioned before, also, it's not even high season in the country. Also, the cruise ships are not active yet. They will start coming maybe in 1 month, maximum two more months. But we can already see plenty of tourists here. And that is why I really wanted to show you this footage, this image of the current state here in Istanbul, because I know so many people might be wondering like if it might be safe or not to come visit the country, or especially Istanbul, because of the current situation going on in the region. But as you can see, like tourists are calm, they're just visiting, they're enjoying like the places. Also when it comes to us, to residents, to locals, the people that we are living here, I mean, daily life goes on. To be honest, we don't feel worried about it. These conflicts have been going on for the last decades. So it is something that locals, we have learned to live with already. So you can just take all of this footage into consideration and choose by yourself. Hello, sir. I wanted to ask you something. What do you think about traveling to Turkey at the moment with the current situation? And overall, if you're still wondering if it's a good time to still visit Turkey after this conflict started, well, I will tell you that as you just saw from today's video, like tourism here is quite active, it's very crowded. But I would just be careful in case that you are flying from another country, and if you are having a connecting flight either in Qatar or in Dubai, then I will be a little bit worried because, as many of you know, like the flights departing from there or having connecting flights into those airports are very limited at the moment, and like the flights are not operating frequently. So that is why I will suggest that if you want to still visit Turkey, either you make a connecting flight in somewhere in Europe or you just fly directly into Istanbul. That will be like the best choice. And as a personal advice, I will tell you that please do not panic. And also, I would love to tell you if this conflict is going to change, what's going to happen in the future. But unfortunately, no one can know what's going to happen in 1 month, 2 months, or even 7 months. Because I have also had people asking me like, Betty, what's going to be the situation like in July of 2026? Like, do you think this conflict is going to spread throughout Turkey? I have no idea. No one can know this. So the only thing that I can tell you is just to keep an eye on reliable platforms, and also you can keep watching and follow local vloggers like myself, Betty Istanbul Tips, where we are going to be sharing you the day-to-day and updated information about the current situation in the country. So also, if you want to follow me through my Instagram, which is Betty Istanbul Tips, you can do it through there, because if anything happens, any important update, obviously I will be sharing it right away on my Instagram stories. Also, our tours are operating daily. They are still active. In case that you're new here in my channel, well, we have a travel agency based in Istanbul, and we organize private tours here in Istanbul and also in other parts of the country. So if you will feel safer that way to visit the country, and also you don't want to deal with the hassle of being planning and preparing everything for your trip, we can also do that. And for that, I'll be sharing the link in the description box and pinned comments. So that's the current situation in Turkey. I hope this helped answer your questions about safety and travel. And if you have been to Turkey recently, or if you're planning a trip, let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear your experiences or concerns. And of course, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more travel updates from Turkey and beyond.